How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another Bitcoin update. We're starting off on the monthly time frame, and just to let you know, these two moving averages here are taking up the last 6 months and 12 months. So this acting like a yearly moving average. We can see that the 2024 nearly spent a year going sideways here. The bottom was that yearly moving average, and once again in 2025, it served as the bottom. So you could argue that we are consolidating, of course, but not yet in a monthly correction until we see this 6 monthly moving average lost. So as long as the 6 monthly moving average actually holds up over the next 9 days, because that is when it shuts, we should see continuation. Now you could argue that if this area of support doesn't hold up, that the 98k level will step in as support and act as a bottom. Let's see if there's any further confirmation of that, any confluence. So we can see on the weekly time frame, this being the 55 weekly, so pretty much around a year, you can see that this is also lining up with that 98k low. So two time frames suggesting this as the next key area of support Bitcoin would reverse from if we see bearish continuation from here. Now that we're on the daily time frame, I'm going to turn on the drawings, and you can see that I've had this expected path drawn up on the chart since last week when we saw this second attempt at breaking beneath the liquidation event wick. My Fibonacci actually suggested this to be the reversal area. 101 to 101.6 to 104.5 is where the Fibonacci's were telling me Bitcoin should reverse from. That reversal recovered the lost 107k support as well as the 200 EMA. So this is very, very positive for bullish continuation. However, with all these bearish crosses up here forming over the past week or so, it's just expected that it's going to be a short-term area of resistance. Now, technically speaking, it's meant to send Bitcoin back down to this low and attempt to lose that area. By successfully doing so, you'd see 93 to 98k as targets. Remember that 98k we constantly keep seeing. So if we see Bitcoin actually breaking down bearish, that is a very, very key level we want to see Bitcoin reversing from. But we're not yet on that bearish path down to 98k. I've just shown you other instances of TA suggesting that as a key support or major support area in the future if Bitcoin breaks down. Now, at the moment, my expected path should suggest that 107k should now act as support, and we should see a pump that takes Bitcoin back into this double bottom neckline. By recovering that neckline, the bullish pattern is validated once again. Unfortunately, when we saw that liquidation event, it didn't hold up as support, so it invalidates the technical target. For altcoins to be considered bullish again, I need to see Bitcoin back above this key level. So even though I've drawn out this expected path, and you can see that currently, especially if the close is there, it's been holding up to this path exactly as of now. We need this continuation and for Bitcoin to recover this key level. This is not technically the primary path, because you could argue there might just be another test of the moving averages and then an attempt to lose this and head down to 98k, or a further push up into the red box to head down into 98k. That is it from me today. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. If you wanted to learn my strategy, use the links down below. Take action on this 30% discount while it lasts until Friday the 7th of November. This can be applied to my Discord, ebook, or one-to-one mentorship plans. So check them out, and I'll see you over there.